5.45 millimeters. A pulley system, a steel cable, and a rate of fire that defies physics. Welcome back. Today, we aren't just looking at another assault rifle in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. We are looking at a weapon that was meant to change warfare forever, but ended up being a ghost of the Soviet era, the AN-94 Abakan. I took this rejected masterpiece into a high-stakes match, walked away with 7 kills and a chicken dinner. But to understand how I won, you have to understand the insanity inside this gun's receiver. This is the secret history of the ASM Abakan. In 1980, the Soviet Union was so paranoid about NATO finding out they were building a futuristic rifle that they gave Project Abakan a fake name. They told everyone they were building a rail car manufacturing plant. The narrative: imagine being a spy in 1981, looking for a new super weapon, and all you see are blueprints for train wheels. The Soviets were so desperate to replace the Alaska 74 that they treated this gun like the atomic bomb. They didn't want a better gun. They wanted a gun that made the M16 look like a toy. In 1980, the Soviet Union realized their legendary Alaska 74 had a problem. It wasn't accurate enough in high-stress combat. They launched Project Abakan, a competition to find a rifle that could increase hit probability by 150 to 200%. The designer, Gennadiy Nikonov, did something no one expected. He didn't just build a better AK, he built a machine that could fire 2 rounds so fast the second bullet left the barrel before the shooter felt the recoil of the first. In PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, we call this the 2-tap. In the real world, it was called a miracle. But as we're about to see in this first encounter, taming that miracle takes a specific kind of discipline. Look closely at the Abakan in your hands. Notice the magazine. It's tilted to the right. Notice the pulley under the barrel. That's not for show. Inside the AN-94 is a BBSP, blow-back shifted pulse system. It has a literal wire cable and a pulley that pulls a second round into the chamber while the barrel is still moving backward from the first shot. It's more like a Swiss watch than a rifle. This is why, in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, the Abakan has almost 0 vertical recoil on that first 2-round burst. If you aim at the chest, both bullets hit the heart. But when the fight gets messy, and you have to switch to full auto, that's where the engineering starts to work against you. Gennadiy Nikonov wasn't a soldier. He was a precision engineer who started out making biathlon rifles for the Olympics and underwater guns. Nikonov didn't think like a soldier. He thought like a watchmaker. He was obsessed with the idea that the human body is the weakest part of a gun. Recoil is the enemy, so he built a gun where the barrel slides inside the body. While you're feeling the kick, the gun has already fired twice. It's the only gun in history that is literally faster than your nerves. The Abakan wasn't just a lab experiment. It saw real blood in the Chechen wars. It was given to the Spetsnaz and the elite naval infantry. Soldiers who used it in the ruins of Grozny said it felt like cheating. They could put 2 rounds through a tiny hole in a brick wall from 100 meters away. But they also complained that if they didn't have a cleaning kit and a bottle of oil every single night, the watch gun would jam. It was a Ferrari in a world that needed a Jeep. If this gun was so much better than the AK, why don't we see it today? The answer is complexity. The AN-94 has nearly 10 times the amount of parts as a standard Alaska 74. To clean an AK, a soldier needs 30 seconds. To clean an Abakan, you practically need a degree in mechanical engineering. In the mud of a real battlefield, that steel cable was a liability. If it snapped, the gun was useless. Russia produced about 10,000 of these for the Spetsnaz special forces, but they realized they couldn't give it to a regular 18-year-old conscript. It was too expensive, too fragile, and too smart for war. In PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, we don't have to worry about mud, we just have to worry about the circle. As we move into the final circle, watch how the Abakan's high muzzle velocity handles moving targets. Because it fires a 5.45 round at over 900 meters per second, you don't have to lead your shots as much as an AKM. We are honoring the legacy of Nikonov's design right here. The military couldn't handle the maintenance, but in the right hands, this gun is an absolute laser. 7 kills later, and the Abakan proves its worth. It's a rejected legend, a pulley-driven beast that just needed a chance to shine. If you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to building a life through these deep dives. Massive thanks to my brother and legendary streamer Blindoctor. Make sure you check his link in the pinned comment for some elite vibes. I'm out. Keep your sights clear and your recoil low. Peace.